From 2001 until the moment he tore his Achilles in 2013, Kobe Bryant was in his prime. The Black Mamba made the All-NBA First Team 11 times during that stretch, which ranks second all-time. Because he was so great for so long, it's hard to gauge when Kobe was actually playing at his best versus just having the best year statistically. Per Bryant's own admission, he reached the pinnacle of his skill and athleticism in 2003. At the end of 2003, my game was complete. Shooting, defense, using the dribble, transition, mid-range stuff was all there. Then it was about fine-tuning and trying to improve in each area. However, having a complete game doesn't always mean a player reached his peak. During the 8 seasons Kobe played with Shaq, he was still immature and got along with almost none of his teammates. From a leadership perspective, Bryant's game was far from complete, which was proven in the 2004 NBA Finals when Kobe forced his shot instead of passing the ball. Now, when Shaq left, Kobe was unleashed, averaging 35.4 points per game, including the infamous 81-point game against the Raptors. So from a statistical and athletic standpoint, the 2006 version of Kobe was his best. And yet, he didn't have quality teammates, and the Lakers lost in the first round of the playoffs. And that's why his best season wasn't in 2003 nor 2006. We saw the best of Kobe Bryant several years later, when his leadership and camaraderie with teammates reached an all-time high, and when he played within the flow of the offense, not forcing things and letting the game come to him. That version of Kobe was still extremely athletic, but also refined, in full control, and dominating all facets of the game. So, when was Kobe actually in his prime? Kobe joined the Lakers in 1996, coming to the NBA straight out of high school. And in his second season, he already made the All-Star team, despite not even starting for the Lakers.
He's been voted by the fans to start in next Sunday's All-Star game, making him the youngest player in NBA All-Star history.
There were times I'd sit the bench for 7 straight games and then play the last 20 seconds of a game and then look around and see other players around the league that are out there playing and performing and setting the league on fire.
In 1999, his third season, Bryant averaged 20 points per game and made the third All-NBA team. But a year later, during the Lakers' 2000 title run, he was still just Robin to Shaq's Batman. O'Neal averaged over 30 points and 15 rebounds per game during their first championship run, while Kobe scored 21 and was a clear second option.
Kobe Bryant off balance.
However, in 2001, Bryant improved, and even though Shaq won another Finals MVP, the statistical difference between the two was pretty minuscule. O'Neal was averaging 28.7 points in the regular season, and then again posted 30 points and 15 rebounds per game during the 2001 playoffs. Still, Kobe, he wasn't far behind, averaging 28.5 points in the regular season and 29.4 points in the postseason, along with 7 rebounds and 6 assists.
No, I don't play around with basketball. I don't fool around with that. I'm very serious about it. But it's enjoyable for me to play the game. But I love winning. And to win, you kind of have to, you have to grind it out sometimes.
That 2001 season marked the beginnings of Kobe's prime, as he dominated on both ends of the court, earning a spot on the second All-NBA team and the second All-Defensive team. This was especially visible in the conference finals against the Spurs, when Bryant led all scorers with 33 points per game, along with 7 assists and 7 rebounds per game. It's easy when you have Kobe Bryant, the best player in the world, O'Neal said during that series.
Y'all keep talking about Kobe being the greatest player in the game today. Y'all don't realize that Kobe trying to be arguably the greatest ever. Your response?
Gotta get a couple more rings.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to?
Yeah, you know what? I won't rest until we do.
In 2002, the Lakers won another title, with Shaq winning another Finals MVP, while Kobe made the first team All-NBA, finishing 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year voting and 5th in the MVP race. But then, in 2003, Kobe got even better. He further improved his defense thanks to advice from Gary Payton.
He took another level of being a defensive standpoint because Gary Payton, after practice, All-Star practice, pulled us to the side because Kobe asked him something. They pulled both of us to the side. He said, let me tell y'all something. Look, when you're playing defense, and then he went through a 30-minute joint with both of us with defense.
But what finally unleashed Kobe was Shaq, who was playing with a hurt toe for the entire 2002 season, postponing his surgery until the final days of August, which left him unable to participate in training camp. Shaq missed the first month of the season with the infamous phrase, "I got hurt on company time, so I'm going to rehab on company time." And when he finally got ready to play, he wasn't really ready to play because he had ballooned to nearly 400 pounds. So while one part of Kobe Bryant hated the big man for his lack of discipline, the other marveled at the opportunity to dominate without him. Without Shaq in the lineup, Kobe averaged 29 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2.5 steals, all of which were career highs.
What did you learn about yourself during the streak?
That I could lead. Since I've been in LA, I've always been in a position where I defer to Shaquille. And for me, it was the unknown of whether or not I could step to the forefront and put a team on my shoulders.
Bryant was in his 7th season, and despite still being only 24 years old, he was as strong, as skilled, and as athletic as ever. Kobe reached his absolute basketball peak, and he wanted the world to see it. With Shaq playing well below his standard and team chemistry down the drain, Kobe decided to do what he knew best: score. In the middle of that season, the Lakers were hovering around 500, and Bryant went berserk. He scored 30-plus points in 16 straight games and 40 points or more in 9 consecutive games, including 2 50-point games. But then Phil Jackson called him into his office and said he needed to slow down to include Shaq in the offense. And when he heard that, Kobe was livid.
Phil calls me up to his office and says, "Kobe, okay, I need you to dial it back." I'm like, "Why? Like, we're winning." I don't understand.
We're starting to lose the big fella. What do you mean? Well, he's not getting the attention. This 40-point streak is starting to kind of take away his fire to prove something, right? So I need you to start dialing it back. I'm like, what? He says, "We're going to lose him, and we need him in June." Okay, all right. You have a game against the Clippers. I think I like 38 or something like that. And I had a chance to score 40 and get 40 again. It was a blowout game. I dumped the ball in the Shaq instead of shooting a wide open shot. The 40-point streak ended that night.
So even though Kobe indeed reached the pinnacle in terms of his skill and athletic ability, his reaction proved that he wasn't mature enough yet, which wasn't surprising considering he was still only 24 years old. But despite feuding with Shaq and Phil, Bryant finished the regular season with 30 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2.2 steals per game, all of which were career highs. Kobe was 3rd in the MVP voting behind Duncan and KG, making the first All-NBA team and first team All-Defense. The Lakers caught their stride towards the end of the season and finished with 50 wins, gearing up for another finals run. In the first round against the Timberwolves, Kobe proved that he was now the best Lakers player, leading all scorers with 31.8 points per game in a 4-2 series win.
Buckle up for Kobe Bryant! Kobe Bryant just sucked the gravity!
In the second round against San Antonio, Bryant was even better, averaging 32.3 points. But the Spurs were a deeper team that year, advancing in 6 games. Now, the following season was the hardest one in Kobe's career, as he was dealing with the court case in Colorado, often flying to court hearings and returning to play minutes before tip-off. With his life and his freedom on the line, and constant feuds with Shaq and Karl Malone, Bryant still led the Lakers in scoring with 24 points per game, making All-NBA First Team and First Team All-Defense once again.
Kobe's gonna go, couple of left-handed dribbles, has a look at it.
But the lack of team chemistry and Karl Malone's injury proved deadly in the NBA Finals against Detroit, as the Pistons won the title after 5 games. Detroit killed the Lakers with their full-court defense, forcing Bryant into taking tough shots, and Kobe got baited in, taking 23 shots per game, but making just 38%, and a horrible 17% from 3.
On the Pistons thing, that's my fault, because I didn't get us prepared to run our automatics. I didn't get Gary, I didn't get Karl, I didn't get the new guys on board enough to be able to execute properly. And we got that sits with me. That sits with me, because we should have won that.
The Shaq and Kobe feud reached the boiling point, and it was clear that one of them needed to go. So the Lakers traded Shaq to Miami. Without O'Neal as his teammate, Bryant was finally able to be the boss. But on the court, it was harder for him than ever before. The Lakers' roster wasn't great, and they missed the playoffs for the first time in Kobe's career, after which many people wondered if the Lakers had made a mistake by trading Shaq instead of Kobe. Bryant heard those rumors, and for the 2006 season, he returned with a vengeance.
I hear everything that the crowd is saying. I had to separate myself, because going through that time, it felt like there's so many things coming at once. It was just becoming very, very confusing. I had to organize things. So I created
the Black Mamba.
He scored 40-plus on 27 different occasions, including 4 games where he scored 50-plus and 1 game where he dropped 62 against the Mavericks, despite sitting out the entire fourth quarter. But then, on January 22, 2006, Bryant played the best game we have ever seen on television. Playing against the Raptors, Kobe made 28 out of 46 shots, including 7 three-pointers and 18 out of 20 from the free throw line, to finish with 81 points, the second highest scoring game of all time.
Second half. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
Mamba was absolutely unstoppable that season, averaging 35.4 points per game, winning his first scoring title. He also finished 4th in the MVP voting by dragging the likes of Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, and Chris Mim into the playoffs. But without quality support, Kobe had to go into overdrive to advance through the first round of the playoffs against the Suns. In Game 4, Kobe first tied the game in the final seconds to push it to overtime, and in the extra time, he scored a buzzer beater to put the Lakers up 3-1 in the series.
Bryant for the win!
However, that's all he could do with a mediocre team. The Suns won Game 5, and in Game 6, Bryant scored 50 points, but it wasn't enough. And then, in the deciding contest, the Suns blew out the Lakers and ended their season. And a very similar thing happened in 2007. Kobe changed his jersey number to 24, won another scoring title, averaging 31.6 points per game, including a 65-point game against the Blazers.
Kobe on the weave and kick out. Creates the contact.
But the Lakers were once again the 7th seed, winning just 42 games in the regular season. In another first-round series against Phoenix, Kobe single-handedly won Game 3, scoring 45 points. But that was the only win for LA in the series, as the Suns easily advanced in 5 games. During the offseason, ESPN reported that Bryant stated that he wanted to be traded if Jerry West did not return to the team with full authority. And even though Kobe did indeed consider leaving LA, and despite Jerry West never rejoining the Lakers, Bryant decided to stay in purple and gold, which proved to be a great decision. With Kobe playing the most mature basketball of his career, the Lakers had a 29-16 record at the trade deadline, when they made one of the most significant trades in franchise history. Even though half the world was mad that the trade happened, namely Greg Popovich, who wanted the league to veto the transaction, the Lakers acquired Pau Gasol in exchange for 2 first-round picks, Kwame Brown, a rookie Javaris Crittenton, who had played a total of 171 minutes of NBA basketball up to that point, the rights to Pau's younger brother Mark, who had never even played in the NBA, and Aaron McKie, who was retired. Aaron McKie was on our team the previous year, but now he was coaching as an assistant coach in Philadelphia, and we called him up and said, "Listen, how would you like to make another $1 million?" Mitch Kupchak, the Lakers GM.
When Mitch Kupchak came to you and said something like, "I can get you Pau Gasol for Kwame Brown," what did you say back?
No, you can't. But
with Gasol on the roster, the Lakers suddenly looked like title contenders, winning 27 out of the remaining 36 games in the regular season, and finishing the year as the number 1 seed in the West. Kobe averaged 28.3 points per game, along with 6.3 rebounds and 5.4 assists, with a true shooting percentage of 57.6%, the second highest mark of his career. And even though he had better statistical seasons, namely in 2003, 2006, and 2007, Kobe was voted as the regular season MVP for the first time, along with the usual selections to All-NBA First Team and First Team All-Defense.
Look who's got it. Double clutch reverse. They're on their feet at Staples.
In the first round of the playoffs, the Lakers swept the Nuggets, with Bryant averaging 33 points per game. In the second round, the Jazz fell in 6 games, and Kobe once again averaged 33, along with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. And in the conference finals against his old nemesis, the San Antonio Spurs, Kobe was exceptional once again, averaging 29 points on 53% shooting as the Lakers won in 5 games, advancing to their first NBA Finals post-Shaq. But in the finals awaited the Celtics, the best team of the regular season. And even though the Celtics had 4 future Hall of Famers on their roster, the unsung hero was the assistant coach Tom Thibodeau, whose famous ice defense stifled the Lakers. By By overloading the strong side and then recovering on a rotated pass, the Celtics crowded Kobe on every possession, with several different Boston players guarding him on every trip down the court. And even though Bryant led all players in scoring in the finals, averaging 25.7 points per game, he shot just 40% from the field and 32% from three. This was considerably down from the previous three series, where he shot a combined 51% from the field. And so the Celtics defeated the Lakers for the 9th time in 11 finals matchups, with Paul Pierce named as the finals MVP.
Kobe, you won the MVP, you led the team to the finals. How do you characterize this season?
Well, I mean, the goal was to win a championship. You know, it wasn't to win MVP or anything like that. It was to win a championship. So, you know, from that aspect, we failed.
And even though some people consider Kobe's MVP season to be his best, we can't agree due to the finals loss. And because the actual best year of Kobe's legendary career happened in 2009. After he lost the finals, Kobe joined Team USA for the 2008 Beijing Olympics, where he was clearly the leader and the team's best player. The redeemed team won the gold medal against Spain, and Kobe finished the game with 20 points, including 13 in the fourth quarter, once again proving his clutch factor when the game was on the line.
Bryant puts up the three. That's good. Kobe Bryant from downtown.
But after he returned from China, Kobe was on a mission. He kept listening to Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. Listening to the song daily as a reminder to finally win the championship without Shaq. He also sent instructions to several teammates on what they needed to do to get themselves ready for the finals, as Kobe believed it was an absolute certainty that they would get to the championship round again.
I get a text from bruh like, you know, this is the blueprint, this is what we're gonna do, this is how you are gonna help this team get better. This sending me text messages that he does to make himself better is no way I'm this up. I gotta go in the gym as much as I can to perfect this, so when my number is called or my time has come, I could click into the mode that he's in my own lane.
But he saved the best for last. When Pau Gasol returned to Los Angeles, Kobe gave his teammate a proper welcome in true Mamba fashion.
And so now we come back to start training camp, and when Pau shows up the first day of training camp, I had my gold medal hanging in his locker.
Oh, no.
He said, you're an blah, blah, blah. I said, listen, Pau, you lost to the Celtics, you lost to us in a gold medal match. Let's not make this 3 in a row this year.
Wow.
Okay?
That is
Let's
brilliant.
win this thing. And that was it for him.
However, Kobe's mind games had a goal and vision for Gasol to become more aggressive. In 2009, Kobe became a true leader and was finally attuned to his teammates, knowing how to reach and motivate them to win the championship. In his previous years, especially early in his career, Bryant rarely spoke and socialized with teammates, viewing them more as colleagues than friends. But in 2009, he was friendly when he needed to be, but still harsh and completely focused during practices.
He was our leader. He was somebody that you either could follow or you fall behind and you're gone. So there were not many that could follow that pace, that intensity.
When we lost in the finals to the Celtics in 2008, that was a turning point. So when I sat there in the hotel room afterwards, I started thinking about that, because it's on me. If I didn't feel like my teammates were aggressive enough, that falls on me. I had to understand what their journey was. How are they feeling as people? What are they going through? And when you do that, you have that empathy. It also helps you to be a better leader.
And when the season finally started, the Lakers went on a tear. They started with 14 wins and just 1 loss, ultimately finishing the year with 65 wins and 17 losses, the second best result of Kobe's career.
Baseline fall away over Brandon Roy. Got it!
In a game against the Knicks on February 2, 2009, Bryant scored 61 points, setting a record for the most points scored at Madison Square Garden. A couple weeks later, Kobe won the All-Star Game MVP with Shaq, which many saw as burying the hatchet between the two superstars. And despite averaging 26.8 points per game, which was only his 10th best scoring season, Kobe played the most efficient basketball of his career. With a 56% true shooting percentage and just 2.6 turnovers per game, all the advanced metrics point in the direction that this was one of his best regular seasons ever. But all of that wouldn't mean anything without playoff success. And in the 2009 postseason, Kobe's immense talent and Mamba mentality shone in full. In the first round, the Jazz fell in a gentleman's sweep, with Kobe averaging 27 per game. Kobe averaged 27 again in the second round against the Rockets, who proved to be a much tougher cookie, with the Lakers ultimately advancing in 7 games. And in the conference finals, against a Carmelo Anthony and Chauncey Billups-led Nuggets, Kobe averaged 34 points per game, with the Lakers winning in 6, advancing to another NBA Finals.
Shot clock at 6. Bryant for 3, puts it in! Kobe Bryant from downtown, and the Lakers regain the lead.
And even though the world expected the Kobe Bryant versus LeBron James clash in the finals, it was the Orlando Magic who advanced out of the East, led by the Defensive Player of the Year, Dwight Howard. But in Game 1, it was all Kobe, who scored 40 points in a blowout victory for the Lakers. In Game 2, Bryant had 29 with 8 assists in another Lakers win.
Bryant looks inside, finds Gasol, count it, and a foul!
The Magic took Game 3, but that's all they could do against this version of Kobe.
Kobe Bryant and the finish.
Mamba scored 32 in Game 4 and 30 in Game 5 to close out the series, finally winning the championship without Shaq and his first Finals MVP.
Your 4th NBA championship. How are you different as a man and a player than you were 7 years ago, the last time you won a championship?
I think you just get better. You just grow as a person, you grow as a man. And, you just try to figure out the best way to lead these guys.
Such a long journey, so many ups and downs, and so many sacrifices for my family and me working hard.
For the series, Bryant averaged 32.4 points, 7.4 assists, 5.6 rebounds, 1.4 steals, and 1.4 blocks, becoming the first player since Jerry West in the 1969 NBA Finals to average at least 32.4 points and 7.4 assists in the finals, and the first since Jordan to average 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists for a title-winning team.
Lakers looking to push. Bryant spinning in the lane, back for Gasol, pretty pass.
During 23 playoff games, Kobe averaged 30.2 points per game, along with 5.3 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.7 steals, and 0.9 blocks per game, thus becoming only the 6th Finals MVP to average over 30 points per game for the entire playoff run. And if we look at the totality of Kobe's playoff stats, in 2009 he had the best season in terms of win shares, box plus minus, value over replacement player, along with the lowest turnover percentage of his playoff career. The same was true for defensive metrics, as Kobe was still arguably the best perimeter defender in the league. Despite Kobe being a touch slower than he was in 2003 and 2006, which were his best statistical regular seasons, he was still in his athletic prime in 2009 at the age of 30. And because he was also more mature, more tactically sound, a far better leader, and because he won the Finals MVP with the best playoff numbers of his career, it's safe to say that the best version of Kobe Bryant was during the 2009 NBA season.
I've had a chance to watch you play your entire professional career. And it is my opinion you're playing your best basketball right now. Do you feel that way?
I do, actually. I do feel that way. I think it's your experience really starts paying dividends for you because you start seeing all kinds of defensive schemes that you've seen before, and nothing really catches you off guard because you've dealt with these situations in the past. Also, it helps to have a group of guys around me that I've been around now for 3, 4 years, 5 years.
Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, we have another one for you right here.